Okay, so welcome to 15minuteguitar.com. In this video today, we're just going to talk about my new guitar, which I got for Christmas, which is obviously very happy with it. It's a Ernie Luke 3, that's the model. There is a Luke 2 model out there as well, which is a bit of an older model. This one is a Luke 3, so it has a few little tweaks and upgrades on things. If you don't know what Luke stands for, it's actually Steve Lukather, who is the guitarist from Toto, and just a really great guitarist, really good guitarist. Talk about the guitar just very quickly, what it's got on here. The neck is roasted flame maple neck, which is really nice to play. They use, I think it's called like gunstock oil on the back of the neck to keep it nice and smooth. It's a musicman thing that they do on most of their necks, and it just makes it like really lovely to play. And it just doesn't sort of feel sticky at all, like when you get like a sweaty, on the back of the fretboard and stuff, it just feels like really smooth all the time to play. Top end of the guitar here, we've got Scheller M16 or M6, I think it is, M6 I think it is, lock-in tuning pegs on there, which just helps with tuning, sort of locks in the string and makes it really easy for changing the strings really quickly. The fretboard is a rosewood fretboard. Up this end of the guitar, we've got a really subtle, I hope you can see it in this light, but we've got a really subtle sparkle to the paint. This is called actually Bodhi Blue, I think that's how they pronounce it. This finish is Bodhi Blue. There's other finishes you can get, but I quite like this finish. It's very subtle sparkle in the paint, and on certain stage lighting it really catches the light really nicely and you get a really nice sparkle to it. They also released a limited run of Starry Night, they were called, and those are much more pronounced. The sparkle in the paint is much more pronounced, but I quite like this because it's a bit more understated, and it's just really sort of quite nice guitar to play. The pickups, these are named Steve Lukather Transition pickups, which is named after one of his albums a good few years ago. He was using these pickups. So these are two humbucking pickups, neck in the bridge pickup. What else is different on this? So okay, you've got a musicman bridge, which they are really good. Stay in tune really well. I've got this set up so it's flat against the body because I prefer that for tuning and also transference of sound like through the guitar. I prefer that. You could have that set up floating where you could lift up the whammy bar to go one way or the other. I just mainly use it to sort of drop down a little bit. What else we got on here? So we've got so the most important thing is the boost circuitry on this. So without pushing that button, it's just obviously a normal guitar. If you press that button, it gives you like a 12 dB of boost. What I found that seems to do as well is it gives you a little bit more of gain as well. So it gives you a boost in volume and a tiny boost in gain as well, which is really handy. It's a bit like having like an onboard tube screamer. It's actually quite a cool thing to have. And that's run by a 9-volt battery, which is on the back of here, in this compartment here. One thing I did find out was that I tested this when it got set up for me. We took the battery out just to see if the pickups would work just without the battery, and they don't, just in case of a gig or something it went flat. So don't forget, if you did buy something like this, keep a spare set of 9-volt batteries in your gig bag, because if it goes flat, you're stuffed really, so the pickups won't work without that battery. So it runs the circuit through that as well. There's also in here, I haven't really found it yet, I haven't opened this compartment, but I've been told there's dip switches in here, which you can change from 12 dB of boost, which is the default setting, to something like 10 or 5. I think you can drop it down or up. I think you can go higher as well. But I find that default setting of 12 dB is just about right for me, which is really good. I've had this set up. It comes set up out of the case, really nice Ernie case, fitted case. It comes out of the box a set of 9s. I think that's what Steve Lukather uses as well, so that's set up obviously for how he likes it. But I prefer 10s, so I've set this up with 10s, so it's just a few adjustments from a guitar tech, which is not too difficult. And you only have to put a set of 10s on here. And obviously I changed the bar as well. It was floating a little bit, and I've set it so it's flat. Apart from that, sorry, I just lost my in-ear monitors down the back there. Apart from that, that's pretty much it really. As I said, a really great, comfortable guitar to play. The build quality is just second to none. It's unbelievable. Really great build quality, and I really rate musicman guitars as well for sort of their build quality and what comes out of their factory. This guitar was in the sort of, I'm not gonna say exact the price, but it's a few £1,000s. But that's that's the sort of level you have to pay for a professional sort of instrument. What I would say though is if you're a beginner or anything like that, the Ernie do a range called their Sterling range, and they're absolutely amazing guitars for the price. A bit like Squier to Fender, that there's that sort of quality is really good. So I would definitely check out one of those if you're not in that sort of price range of this guitar. Check out the Sterling by Musicman, which is a great choice of guitars. Just do a quick few clips so you can hear what it sounds like, because I've just done one in the first intro to the video, but just a few clips so you can hear exactly what this guitar sounds like. So just on a clean sound, just pop on the neck pickup. Everything, this is on everything on full, tone on full, volume on full. So you've got a real great range of tones here. If you go quickly through the pickups as well, we can get that sort of quacky in between sound. So turn the chords and the delay off a minute. A really quacky sound. The middle pickups, the two pickups together. So. And then down again. Just a really great sort of, and then the bridge pickup as well. It's a real great mix of tones as well. And just a little bit of something with a bit of overdrive on it, so I'll go to a different preset. Also cleans up really well, so if you just take the volume down a little bit. And you've still got the full grunt if you put that on full. Clean up. It just cleans up really, really well, and I find that sort of with the boost circuit, it's really handy for just boosting the volume as well. So if you're on a clean sound and you pop that in, you'll get a boost in clean volume. It's just a really great tool to have. Something that is a really clever feature. So that's it really in a nutshell. I mean, this is the Ernie Ball Luke 3. Just a really great guitar, just a professional instrument, just stays in tune really well. I've shown it some abuse with the whammy bar and all that sort of stuff to test it out and gigged it, and it still stays in tune. So it actually came out the case, which is quite impressive. It came out the case from Ernie Ball, straight out the case in tune. So that's a sign of a good guitar. But yeah, it's a lovely guitar, looks stunning. Check them out at Musicman, or pop it to your local dealer and just have a chat and see if they can get one in for you. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'll see you in the next one.